Oh, good day everyone, welcome back to the channel. She is bloody wet today. Must be close to 90 mils now in about a week. So we've got this fence up and that fence up. That one runs the whole way down to there somewhere, back there. So this paddock's going to get split in four, and that bigger mob of ewes, well, not actually the biggest one, the big mob of fat parental ewes are going to get hopefully 11 days in here. 2.5 in here, 2.5 in there. Haven't got a fence up that way yet, but we will. 3 days over there maybe. 3 days over there with baleage, and then we've got that one up there and that one over there. That will hopefully in that much time have grown enough grass to sensibly get a grazing off, and at that rate we shouldn't be too far off the 1st of June. So that's them sorted. Everything else is still a bit of a question, but I think we're going to get through all right. Girls on the move. Excuse the yapping dog in the background. She's frustrated that I'm not bringing her this morning, but she's got a wee injury there. We're going to take her to the vets on Tuesday, Sunday today, Anzac Day tomorrow. So yeah, nothing too serious, just a wee lump we'll go and get seen to. But yeah, these girls they're okay, but you get to see when they're wet, they're not exactly very full, are they? Yeah, 2 to 3 am there. Poor girl's got a sore foot. You can see through there, it's the start of the mob heading through that gate, and the rest of them are still here. There's a bit of water in the wee laneway there, and they're a bit hesitant to go through there, but they're moving. And there they go, running into their break. Oh, back here at the girls a day and a half later, feeding our baleage. See how much of that's left in the morning, but I suspect they'll probably get shifted tomorrow morning. They're definitely not going to get 3 days, and I don't think they're going to get 2.5 either. So that's alright though, probably is the smallest break in the paddock, so they'll probably get the same down there, and then those two over there, they'll hopefully get their 3 days over that way each. So still looking not far off the end of May before they come out of these. Righto guys, another day, another list of jobs to do. This fence up, which is yeah, successful. One pass, we managed to get this fence up, and I'll show you why. That's quite exciting. It goes way down there, and we managed to do it with no tangle ups, not having to walk back and untangle the reels and then walk all the way back down. Anyway, it's done. Awesome, great, woohoo. I was going to split this paddock in 3, one down there and then just the side of the trees, but I don't think there's enough grass up here to do it. So those girls, Tudus and Terminals, going to come in here. Hopefully they'll get 4 days aside. I think I'm being a bit optimistic there. It's nice to think though, when they finish this paddock they're probably going to go back up, oh, not that paddock, that's the neighbours, just below there where the ewes were a while back. And yeah, getting closer to winter. And they're off, they're away, they're excited. Woohoo! Now that mob of ewes we fed the bale of balers out to yesterday, they haven't quite cleaned that up yet, so we're just going to hold off and shift them maybe after lunch, maybe end of the day. But some great news, we are going to sell some more store lambs. So we've still got 450 roughly lambs on. They are not growing particularly well. They're doing okay, there's just not enough grass there for them. We're going to have a weigh up. The company we supply has just lifted their store lamb cap, so that's the upper end that you'll get paid for on an average, from 32 to 40, which is yes! So we're going to weigh up. He's going to come tomorrow, have a look at them, and we're going to get rid of everything we can, because those paddocks over the road are growing reasonably nicely, and if they didn't have 400 lambs eating it, we'd have a lot more feed on hand. So the reason we didn't last time was they were all over 37 kilos, and we're only going to get paid for 32, and we already lost money on the last lot of stores we sold, just a little bit. They were 33.6 I think average, so we didn't really want to bump that up to 35, 36, and as it turns out that's a good thing, because now those lambs, instead of getting $112, if we can get a line that does that does 40 kilos, we're looking at 136. So yeah, that's quite a lot of extra money. So the girls have done a pretty good job in here. We're just trying to run that line between getting as many days out of the paddocks as we can, but also not erasing the paddocks, because the grass is still growing, and while the grass is still growing, the more cover we leave behind, the faster the grass grows. That said, the more cover we leave behind, the more they eat and the faster they get around the farm. So there is quite a balancing act there, but I'll just show you this. This is 3 days of regrowth. So this is what we're at now. There's a few clumps around, just urine patches and dung patches and stuff, but they've done a pretty good job in there. I'm not even going to estimate what's left there. Yeah, that's different. That's really different. And they've only had 3 days on this side, so grass is definitely growing. A fair degree of that is it freshening up, but there is definitely more grass there than there is there, so good to see it growing. Sheep nuts fit out to the lights, which are now officially not the lights anymore. Yeah, the other mob's probably lighter than them now, so, but they're a better ewes, so they should bounce back. Well, they should hold alright. And just like that, we're done. Let's go and have a look at our numbers and see how we did. Right, session statistics. Here we go. We have got 337 at an average weight of 39.5. That's not bad going. These medium guys, 73 at an average of 30.4. Yep, we'll wear that. Probably should put a handful of these into there, but hey, if the numbers are talking, I'm not too worried. Yeah, woohoo. Actually, no, I might just do that. So we've got all these fellas here. That's the bigger ones. We've got this mob over here. We're over there. They're the middle ones, and then we've got some wee rat bags here behind me that we'll just hold on to over winter and hopefully kill in the spring. What do we got there? Hang on a sec. So there's only 73 there, so all I've got to work out is the average here at 39.5. I don't actually have to reweigh them, I've just got to put a handful of them into there, working off that average, and we'll get somewhere pretty close. Because these are worth more money per kilo, so we may as well try and max this one out to a fair extent. And these ones here, then we'll just take the money on them, they'll be fine. It'll probably lift their average, probably won't affect their average. So just did a quick wee workout. If we put 20 big ones in that wee mob, roughly, according to that average, that'll take them to 32.5 kgs. It's kept at 32, but that 32 is 12 hours off feed, so they will lose between half a kilo and 1 kilo. What I don't want to do is have them average over 32 kilos empty, because then you don't get paid for that extra. Then they're better off being in here, but I think that'll be pretty safe. That should be sitting around at 31.5, 31.8, so yeah, easy. Right, so we've got to put these all back across the road. Stock agent's going to be here at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so it's the only place we've got feed for them that we can spare. We'll go and do that. Plenty of time to get them back in the morning, and yeah, should be good. Smaller store mob. Well, the ewes are a bit confused. Either that or they're not actually that hungry, but the fence is open there. They're normally pretty good at following me, but for now, this culvert is blocked. Quite a nice looking little pond that actually, but yeah, I know what'll happen if we leave it. So, oh, we can actually see the pipe, can we? I don't think that's the right pipe. Hang on, I'll get down there and find it, and then I'll show you it draining. Well, that sure started draining pretty quick. She's running over there in a hurry. That duck decoy was the problem, stuck in the bloody pipe. So, but no, she's going down pretty fast there. think those girls there are just about to find that hole in the fence. Yeah. So they made their 2.5 days. We better grab my spade. Made their 2.5 days in there, so they should hopefully get 2.5 days in this next one. It's a little bit bigger, but a little bit less grass. And the other side, you're there, loaded with bigger, so 3 days of sod over there. And then hopefully those next 2 paddocks will get this mob a fair way through May. Might not quite get them the whole way, but a fair way through May. And then if these lambs go soon too, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paddocks over there. So that's 35 hectares. Yeah, 33 hectares. That is currently not earmarked for anything. There's not a huge amount of grass there, but it is growing. There's a wee bit there. So that takes a whole lot more pressure off. Hopefully those lambs will be gone by the end of the week, and we will be away laughing then. We should be sitting pretty happy for winter. Got these girls in the bank here, we've got to go too, and there's a few more we've got to pull out of the ewes. We're just, with a bit of a lack of feed around, we're going to go down to 2,200 ewes this winter, give or take. We might not make it 2,250 yet. We were 2,315 last year, and it'll just take a little bit of pressure off the whole way through, so yeah. There we go. Just required some gentle persuasion. Hey Slim. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you like what you're seeing, and we will see you next time.